You're fast asleep in your cabin, somewhere in the middle of the Mediterranean Sea, thousands of miles from home, when suddenly the ship's intercom crackles to life. A voice, not the captain's, announces that the crew has lost control of the vessel, that a shipwreck is imminent, that chaos is about to break loose. Would you panic? Because that's exactly what happened to thousands of real passengers aboard one of the world's biggest cruise ships. And the people behind it weren't hackers, weren't terrorists, weren't even crew members. They were 6 guests messing around in the middle of the night, and now they're facing serious criminal charges. Here's the full story. The MSC Divina, a massive vessel carrying roughly 3,500 passengers, was cruising through the eastern Mediterranean on its way back to Naples, Italy, after stops in Greece and Turkey. In the early hours of the morning, reportedly between July 29th and 30th, 6 passengers, all young adults from Naples traveling together in 2 cabins, somehow found a way to bypass the ship's security protocols and get into its internal communications network. Normally, PA announcements at that hour would only happen for a genuine emergency, a serious weather update, or something equally urgent. Instead, what came through the speakers on 2 passenger decks was a series of fake alerts. One of them claimed the captain had lost control of the ship. The group also suggested a shipwreck was imminent, apparently trying to simulate the panic that would follow such news. For the crew, the confusion was immediate. The announcements came through in Italian, and nobody on the bridge had authorized them. For guests who were asleep or relaxing in their cabins, a sudden middle-of-the-night warning like that is the kind of thing that jolts you upright and makes your heart race, even if it ultimately causes more bewilderment than actual disaster. Fortunately, the ship's technical team moved fast. They traced the source of the unauthorized broadcast through the network and cut the connection before it could cause further disruption. Shortly afterward, Captain Gabriele Russo personally addressed the ship over the same PA system to calm everyone down, confirming the vessel was completely safe, explaining that the messages had been an unauthorized prank, apologizing for the alarm it caused, and thanking passengers for staying calm. Interestingly, MSC Cruises later clarified that no actual computer systems were hacked in the technical sense. The ship's safety and navigation systems were never compromised, and the vessel's operation was never at risk. What happened was unauthorized access to the PA system itself, not a breach of the ship's core infrastructure. Instead of just getting a stern talking to, the 6 passengers found a very different kind of welcome waiting for them. When MSC Divina docked in Naples as scheduled, officers from the Italian Coast Guard and Border Police boarded the ship to investigate a formal complaint filed by the captain himself. All 6 individuals were identified and handed over to Italian judicial authorities. They're now facing charges that reportedly include unauthorized access to a computer system, conspiracy, and causing public alarm. No small matter under Italian law. And because MSC Divina sails under a Panamanian flag, details of the case have also been forwarded to Panama's maritime authorities for good measure. Meanwhile, the ship's technical staff are reportedly still working to understand exactly how 6 ordinary passengers managed to breach a system that's supposed to be locked down tight, all in the hope of making sure nothing like this happens again. At the point when the false shipquake messages went out, the liner was already in open water, far from the Turkish coast, and still several hours away from the safety of an Italian port. That very distance from land is what deepened the fear among those passengers who took the overnight messages at face value. It's a vivid reminder that sometimes the biggest threat on a cruise isn't the weather or the sea. It's a handful of bored passengers with far too much access and far too little sense of responsibility.